Think, there you go, we're live.
Yay.
There's always a few second delay, so we're just kind of sitting here smiling, wondering when are we going to go on. So welcome everyone. I'm glad you're here today. I will tell you a little bit about what I know about Sheri, and then she'll tell you a little bit more. The title for this is Imagine Having Less Stress in Your Business, which is really kind of hard to imagine if you're growing a business or even maintaining a business. There's a whole lot of hats that we have to wear. But how we met, I think actually was in the hallway of a business event about 3 years ago, and we were just chatting. It was so easy to chat with you. I mean, we just were just, it's like we'd known each other forever, and we had just met. And so we've continued the conversation, and we were in a business program together. And I've just always enjoyed your take on what you're going to share with us today, and how easy you are to trust with something that's so delicate for a lot of people, especially in our businesses. So welcome. I'm glad you're here today.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So most of us who get in a profession get into it because something happened. There's something that happened in our lives, or there was a passion for. So why don't you share with everyone what brought you to what you do?
Well, that's kind of a long story. I'll try to shorten it a bit. But no, in high school and college, I definitely gravitated to bookkeeping. It's something I really enjoyed. And I grew up in an entrepreneurial family, so I was able to see it firsthand being implemented in my parents' businesses. So then fast forward a few more years, and my husband and I went into business together in multiple businesses, and it became a necessity then to use the skills that I had learned because we were running our own businesses. And we did that for over 30 years.
Wow.
And then fast forward again, and excuse me, and I stayed home with my kids all those years. And it was such a blessing to be able to do that, but a huge sacrifice for us financially. But still at the same time, being able to utilize my bookkeeping skills. But then once I reached the empty nest stage, which, some people dread, some people celebrate, but I just labored over what I wanted to do for that next season. As it turned out, I still needed to be able to utilize the skills for our own businesses. And so we came up with a plan to be able to offer those services to other businesses, which super excited me because I just realized the huge impact that I could have in other people's lives, because I know how critical it is to have that information in place and usable.
Absolutely. So if you haven't figured it out yet, Sheri owns a bookkeeping service. And as several business owners myself, and having the knowledge on how to do that, I would much rather give it to someone else to do, because sometimes it gets too personal to do my own bookkeeping, for one thing. And then it's just so helpful to have it know that it's done and done completely. So the relief that I have, and that's where the Imagine being less stressed in your business, the relief that I have by having a bookkeeping service, and for all of our other businesses as well, is one more thing off of my plate. Being a solopreneur, that's, wearing all the other hats, is one less thing I have to do. And like I said, the moment that we met, I just trusted you. I just felt like there was this, I could tell you anything and you'd be, you would hold it. So that's why I wanted to have you on my show. Hi, everyone who's here. I appreciate you being here. We have a few viewers. Please write into the comments who you are and where you're watching from. I appreciate that. So what is your client's biggest challenge?
Their biggest challenge, from what I hear, is not knowing if they're really making money or not. And it's good that people come to that understanding that is super critical, because I did see a statistic not too long ago that 82% of business owners or businesses fail because they don't know what their cash flow is. And that means is they don't know if they are making money or not. And I've always felt that the finances of your business is the backbone of everything that you do, because if you don't have that piece solid, it could make it impossible for you to be able to share your expertise with the world, because we have to have that solid foundation for our businesses.
I absolutely agree. And the difference now is because, I'll admit, being very vulnerable, if I was doing my bookkeeping myself, I might not do it only every 6 months. And that's not enough information to make decisions quickly about how to increase cash flow into your business. And I think, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that were like myself. They wanted to hide their head in the sand and just, this week was really good, without really knowing their numbers, their past numbers, their present numbers, what's their expenses. And when we don't know our numbers, we're not probably taking all of the expenses that we can for tax purposes, which I think is one of the biggest reasons to get it done. I want to save as much money as possible.
I agree. I mean, there's so many facets to what you just said. First of all, a lot of people, from what I see, don't even get their information gathered until it's time for taxes. Mm-hmm. Well, that's like 3 months after your year is complete. So you haven't been able to take advantage of having that information all year long. Mm-hmm. Like you just said, knowing what your expenses are, knowing what your income is, and the difference between the two. And so I am very passionate about educating business owners on the necessity for having that information on a regular basis. And what I do for my clients is I make sure they have that every month, so that they can look at their numbers, see if they need to tweak things or make adjustments, mm-hmm. or make huge decisions because of what the numbers are showing them. And then also, I think what really hinders business owners in this area is either they want to bury their head in the sand, like you said, or they just really don't know how to read the numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Or like you said earlier, we're entrepreneurs. We wear every hat in our business initially, mm-hmm. until we have the confidence or the means to be able to pass on those responsibilities to someone that can really assist us in areas that we're not expertise in. And oftentimes it's the numbers that people it's just too overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, they can see the numbers on a profit loss sheet. They're not even sure what a profit loss sheet is, and they're not really sure why they should be interested in certain numbers. And so with you educating your client and helping them to understand, then they are able to make the decisions more quickly that will affect the cash flow sooner than later.
That's right.
And there's nothing worse than getting to the end of the year and going, I showed another loss. So without even realizing it, and you could have made some decisions to at least break even or show a profit.
Absolutely.
So that's really good to know that you do that. What's the common myth? What do you think the common myth that people have around hiring a bookkeeper or even an accountant?
Well, I don't think that they see the value that they're going to get out of it, because it is going to cost some money to outsource that area of your business. First of all, it's a fraction of what it would cost to actually hire an employee. So that's helpful, knowing that we have virtual assistants that we can hire from any place, around the country. And like you said before, if you can find somebody that you trust, that is huge, because that is such a help. But it's hard for entrepreneurs to give up, first of all, control. And then,
no.
Yeah, it's true. And then the money that it's going to cost. And so I think the biggest myth is just that it's going to be a money consumer for them, and they don't see the value yet of what they would gain from that. So, and that's a challenge for me, to be able to really show that ahead of time and show how beneficial it is going to be for them. First of all, the less time that it's going to take them in order, well, if they are taking the time to begin with, the less stress, like you said before, because you're going to know that it's being taken care of and done the right way. And you're going to be compliant with the law. You're going to be ready. Like when a CARES Act happens, you're going to have your numbers ready to go for anything that might happen in your business. And you're just going to have that information, like we said, to be able to make those calculated decisions for your business, which is going to ultimately save you money and help you to make more money. And you're going to have more time to spend doing those money-making activities in your business.
Well, and also you'll know the books are done correctly.
Yep.
And that doesn't, everyone knows that there's audits. Everyone knows that, but they hope and expect it will happen to them. Well, I can tell you, I have a good girlfriend that it happened to her, and I just happened to be visiting her when the IRS agent was coming in and out of her house, asking her all of these detailed information about where's this receipt and where's that receipt and how come you don't have and where is and what was this about. And it is nerve-wracking, it's emotional, it's frustrating, anxiety producing.
Yeah.
And then they ended up, and this is what usually happens, is they find things that you either didn't or should have or shouldn't have, which creates a whole bundle of money that you have to pay back plus interest. And that savings alone by having a bookkeeper is tremendous. And you, like I said, you always hope that it's not going to happen to you. You assume it's not going to happen to you. But any day someone can knock on your door and say, look, I'm an IRS auditor. I need to look at your books. And not only for this last year, but 3, 4, or 5 years earlier. And I don't want to risk it. I just want to be able to say, here you go. You know, here's all of the documents and here's all the entries and you go for it. So, and I don't think that will happen. Like I said, I don't think that'll happen to me, but you never know. You never really know at all.
It's like insurance, you know, you buy insurance in case something happens. But in this regard, not only are you getting the insurance, but you're getting the valuable information that's helping you to grow your business.
Absolutely. I love how you put that too. It's like having insurance. You're going to have insurance on your house. You're going to have health insurance. You're going to have car insurance. A lot of that is to hope that nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like having insurance. So regardless if it's for your business and bookkeeping or any of your business projects, like you said, you've had many of them, what do you wish you would have known along the journey?
Well, I wished that we would have had systems because we didn't take advantage of the information that I'm telling you right now throughout all those years. And it was a huge loss for us. In fact, we took a lot of risks over the years. I guess trying to get rich quick, I'm not sure, but we were just trying to do the best that we could, but we weren't implementing the information that I just shared with you about looking at your numbers on a regular basis. And had we been doing that, we would have made different decisions. I'm confident of that. So fast forward 30 years, and now we're trying to still build our nest egg, so to speak, for our retirement, which is not that far away. So, but so yeah, don't do what we did, you know, learn from what we're saying today and have that information organized in a way that you can see what you're doing and make those decisions. And I call that systems. And that's what I build for my clients is systems so that they have that information at the ready.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that. I was actually just listening to, I'm always learning. I'm learning about different subjects. And I was actually listening to a financial advisor today on a video. And of course, as a financial advisor, he invested quite early in his 20s. And when he gets to the point of retiring, he's I would say probably just over 50. So, he's probably got another 20, 25, maybe even 30 years yet. But when he gets to retirement, he will be able to draw out $1 million a month.
Yeah.
And if we'd only known, right? And my background, middle class. Father was a factory worker. My mom was too for a while and did any other job she could. We just came from survival, didn't understand any of this. So, so heed her advice if you're younger, and get someone to help you with your finances and to help you make wise decisions about where to put the money, so that when it gets further down the road, who knows, you can use it to buy other businesses. You can use it, you can use it for all kinds of other things, including retirement. It's a much more exciting place to be in, rather than seeing an opportunity and going, oh crap, I can't do it right now.
That's right. Yeah, our kids have learned from our mistakes too and have invested like you suggested. So I'm so thankful. I'm bummed for us, but at the same time, that's what led me to start my business. So I'm excited about the opportunity that I have to help people.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm grateful for that you are one of those that are out there to help. So one last thing, I know that you're a very giving person, and I know there's a lot of people out there that probably have some questions for you. And so you have a gift for everyone, I suspect.
I do, and it's a checklist for people that aren't quite ready to outsource yet, but they want to be able to stay on top of their information. And so I kind of walk you through what you need to do on a daily basis, a weekly basis, and a monthly basis in order to keep that information organized. So you can see there on the screen, it's curranbookkeeping.com/checklist.html, and you can download that. And it's a digital checklist.
Oh, cool. Well, that's really neat because it's broken down to daily, weekly, monthly. That's something that's doable. It's not this 50, item checklist that you're like, well, I don't know what to do with this. So thank you for making it easy for us so that we can kind of break it down into chewable, like I said, achievable steps. So thanks for that. And I know you're always available. I know you welcome people to get in touch with you, set up a time to chat. And like you said, it's all virtual now. We got one like, so thank you for liking us. It's all virtual now, so it's so much easier to work with anybody wherever, and so the location doesn't really matter. And so get with Sheri. I know she'll be honest with you, and she'll be truthful to you, so that you can make better decisions. So, well, thanks for being here today. I think one of the things I wished I had learned along the journey is how important looking at finances personally and professionally was a long time ago. And I thought I had it all figured out, and now all of a sudden it's like, maybe I don't, and I need some more advice. So thank you for being part of that and sharing your expertise with everyone.
You're welcome. I'm happy to be here.
Glad to have you. So everyone, have a beautiful day, evening, morning, whatever you're watching this. And check in again. We'll be doing these live interviews. Bye, everyone.